Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy P&W Hookset. So we're gonna head out to that same spot that we tried to hit up last week. We're gonna go with the round two. Reports are looking really good right now. So I'm hoping I can land myself a fish today. First one of the season. Let's go. So before heading out, I'm gonna stop at the barbershop real quick. I'm gonna go pick up a nice little LED light I have. And it is pretty foggy. It's gonna be pretty dark when I get over there, so having that additional light will really help kind of tie on some lures and just have a better visual and not get lost around there. There we go. Got this LED light. It'll help me get a better visual out there with the dark. But if you ever want to come and get a haircut, hit me up. I'm located over here at Coastal Fade's Barbershop. This is my setup over here. I do collectibles as well when it comes to Pokemon, trading cards, and all that stuff as well. So hit me up. I can get you with the fresh fade. We can have a good conversation about some fishing stuff.
You have arrived. Substantial.
All right, guys. So it looks like I'm gonna be the only one here today. So I'm gonna get ready and prepare myself to cast out, get the waders on, and get started and get out there. The water looks kind of like it's going pretty fast, sort of. So we'll see what happens, but remember, golden tip, use the restroom before you put on your waders. Before we go out, we gotta say, hopefully we catch a salmon and we get blessed by the actual saint of fishing. What I'm gonna start off with is a double bead setup. I got an orange bead down here, and then I have a pink one up over here on this end. So we're gonna go to that honey hole that I originally wanted to go to last time. Knowing that I'm one of the only people here for the day, I pretty much have access to all the holes right now, which means a better chance for me to land something. Let's head out and check out that hole. All right, guys, making it over to that spot that was taken last time. Once you see it, you're gonna understand why I believe this is the best spot in this river right here. Yeah, there we go. So this is beautiful because right here, the water just flows down to a very nice mellow current. And I would say the depth over here is probably, I think me and my buddies were thinking around 10 feet or so, maybe a little less, probably 8 or 9. But it's just a beautiful spot. This is where we saw that guy catch one last time right in front of us, and this was the spot that me and our buddies actually kind of claimed. So it'd be good to cast out right now, and shoot, it looks beautiful. So let's see if we catch anything right now, guys. Let's get these beads out there and cast out. Popping open a little energy drink to get things going. So cheers, guys. Oh, heck yeah. Let's land one. All right, so with the bait caster, you always have to calibrate it just to make sure it's going the way you want it to go, or else you might actually get a bird's nest. So another tip from other anglers and just people that go out fishing in general, which are anglers, get yourself some polarized glasses. These will help you out with actually seeing a little further down in the water. It'll let you know if there's either any structure or maybe any fish holding in certain spots. Alright guys, so got here like around 7:30, been here for about an hour. So it's around 8:30 right now. And I am going to set up a 30-minute timer. I'm going to cast here for 30 minutes. And I'm going to take advantage of having the river all to myself. I'm going to go and walk around, go to the other spots I couldn't get to in the past. And just cast out there and see if anything bites around all those other spots. It's pretty nice being able to have the whole river to yourself, especially right now when it's starting to pick up. So my word of advice would be come on days when it's not too busy. So if you have the opportunity to come out here during the weekdays, that would be the best time. We are gonna switch out the baits, and I think I'm gonna go with a jig, and then after that I might switch out and just not switch out, but add a worm to the jig. I'm hoping a bigger presentation might get their attention. It is pretty foggy right now, and it was a little dark earlier today. It's starting to clear out a bit, so I'm just gonna switch that up, and we'll see if they bite on that. Once I'm done with that presentation, I'll make sure to cast out. Hey, how's it going? I'll make sure to cast out, and most likely I'm just going to try out a spinner for the final cast, and then after that I might move on to another spot. So I have this 1/8 ounce jig and a nightmare pattern. We're going to attach this and cast it out. So I paused the timer while I was signing up the new rig, and we have 9 minutes, yeah, about 10 minutes left for us to cast out. And like I said, after that I'm going to switch out probably to a spinner, cast out for another few minutes, and then keep on going. Rather walk around and explore the rest of the area and see what else I can find. Resume and continue. Alright, so it looks like the 10 minutes are up. Honestly, I barely started casting out with this thing, so I'm just gonna continue casting, and maybe another 20-30 minutes or so I'll change to a spinner and then cast out for a bit with that, and maybe head out to another spot. They bite. Nightmare jig just got snagged over here. There's a little dip over there where I was casting and pretty much got snagged probably in a branch or a rock. So I'm gonna switch out and maybe just do a 1/8 jig with a pink worm. See if that bites. So I decided to go with a white jig instead. Still 1/8. Then we're gonna put in a pink worm. Cast out with that and then switch out to a spinner. So these right here glow in the dark. They probably would have been better to use in the morning when it was dark, but hey, let's give one of them a try, and if not, I just have some regular pink worms I could try to use. Well, the sun is coming out, and not by choice, but by force. I have to change rigs again. It keeps getting caught up around that area right there. So there's a dip right there, so most likely there's either branches or rocks that just has the right angle to get your hook stuck with whatever rig you're using. So we're gonna switch out. Probably just gonna go with the regular pink worm and see how that works out. So it wasn't just my leader that got lost. The actual weight ended up snapping off, so I'm gonna have to switch it out, and I think I'm still gonna keep with 1/2 ounce. I think that should be good enough, especially with how deep the water seems to be around. Changing up the color from white to a dark black blue with some glitter over there for the actual jig. It's still 1/8, so it should be about the same as this other rig I set on. It really helped out. The extra weight from the worm really made the rig go nice and smooth, so excited about setting this one up. It is 12:06, so I think I'm gonna be done with casting. I switched out to the spinner for a bit, but they weren't biting on that, and I lost one again to the same tree. So what I'm gonna do now is head back to the car, maybe cast out a few times to see if some of those spots between here and the parking lot holds anything. I'm gonna head over to one of the markets called I think it's the Market or something like that. They have a decent deli, and maybe I'll regroup and see if I want to continue and see if I want to cast out anywhere else. So I casted out in a few spots before coming to this one, but no luck. I'm just gonna cast out this spinner right here for probably like 5-10 minutes or so. Give it a good 3, 4, 5 casts. And then from that, go to the market and see what I might do for the rest of the trip. Yeah, so no, look at that spot. I passed it out with the spinner for nothing, so head over to that market and then seeing what the rest of the day holds. Fun time out here, and good to know that it's really less crowded during the middle of the week. Good time to plan some trips. Yeah, guys, so lesson of the day is steelhead are elusive assholes. Even when the conditions are perfect, don't expect to catch one. They are the fish of once every 1,000 casts. So no worries, I'm gonna have another try next weekend. I want to be heading over to Garibaldi around the coast, so I'm gonna try to go through and try to cast out in one of those nearby rivers around Garibaldi, and we'll see if we land one. Either way, I'm gonna try to head out every week, one way or another. So eventually something will bite. So let's head out, and appreciate you guys coming out with me. We'll see where the rest of the day goes. So instead of heading over to that market, I'm just gonna head over to Monmouth. They have a pretty good teriyaki place over there. So I'm gonna go over there, get myself something to eat, and then from that head back home and call it a day. But yeah, stay tuned, guys. Next week I'm gonna be heading over to Garibaldi. So I will definitely try to take advantage of being so close to the coast and casting out, seeing what I can catch over there. So like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned, and we'll see where the rest of the year takes us. Peace, guys. Can I get it half teriyaki, half pork? For here, please.
Change, and that'll be right out.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, something good to eat after all that casting. Let's dig in.